Good afternoon, CSHS. My name is Dan Draper, and as we mentioned yesterday, the musical was this past weekend. So here at CSTV, we're bringing you an interview with one of the stars herself, Nicole VonSeggern. How are you doing today, Nicole?
Dan, I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So now, I understand that in the past of the musicals for you, you've had a lot of supporting roles and not necessarily seen a lot of the spotlight. So what's it like making that transition from background actor to being front stage?
It's very different. When you're a background actor, you have a lot more, I don't know how to say it, freedom to do like what you want to do. Because basically the background actors are kind of what build the show, you know. They have like all the freedom to do whatever they want, and they build these characters that kind of build on the scene. When you're a lead, you kind of have more weight on your shoulder, but you don't have necessarily that same freedom that a background character has. So you're more like a concrete person in the show, but yeah, it's I don't know what else to say.
So I'm taking it from your response then. You obviously had a fantastic time with the musical.
I did. I had so much fun doing it. It was very different for me, but it was definitely interesting.
So on that subject, what would you say was your favorite part of the musical this past year? I know you've been a part of many, so what do you think separated this one from past musicals for you?
I think, honestly, it was the smaller cast. We had, you know, our cast kind of cut in half, and I think that way I was able to make more connections with people and just get close to everybody and get to know them really well. Especially the first person that comes to my mind is Thomas Mativa, and just how close I was able to get to him. Like, having that relationship with him was just so much fun.
And also, I understand, in real life, you're obviously not as out there as Sharpay was, your character. So what is it like making that transition from off stage being you to being Sharpay on stage?
It required me to kind of take a character walk with her and trying to see like where my personality fit in with hers. Because as an actress, you have to learn how to empathize with the character that you're playing in order to portray them in the best way that you possibly can. And I really found that, you know, even though she's a completely like vile and cruel person, that we both share like this love for theater, and we both share like this love for performing, and how we'd be completely lost without it. And I think that really helped me portray her in the best way that I possibly could.
Also on that subject, I understand that coming into high school, what would you say was your opinion of theater in general? Like, what did you think coming into high school and auditioning for your first show? What made you think you wanted to do theater?
That's a great question. I had always been interested in it. I was in just like a small production in the 5th grade, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I was the Grinch. And I loved it, so I've always kind of had that interest in it, but I was so painfully shy when I was younger that it just like, I kind of like hid away from my first play. But when the musical came up, I was like, you know what, this is something I really, really want to do. And so I really kind of put myself out there and auditioned for it, and I have never been the same.
So speaking of not being the same, how have you changed through theater throughout your high school career?
Well, like I said, I was like painfully shy. I just couldn't really talk to anyone. I was really awkward. And I'm still awkward, but that's okay. But it's definitely brought me out of my shell in more ways than I can even imagine. I just think about like going into interviews like this, and going into interviews for jobs, and how much like theater and learning how to improvise and learning how to think on the spot has helped me like do things that I would never have been able to do like my freshman year.
Well, I understand that right now a lot of students are enrolling for classes next year, and obviously with your huge involvement in theater, I'd like you to look at that camera over there for me if you could, and just tell all the future students who are debating taking a theater class why you think they should.
Okay. Hello, CSHS. If you're interested in doing theater right now, I would say go for it and give it a shot, because I guarantee it is one of the best things that you will ever do in your life. You meet an insane amount of people from different places, different parts of the spectrum that you would never be able to meet in your entire life. And it really just kind of puts yourself out there and helps you break out of your shell. Highly recommended. It changed my life. It will change yours.
Well, I think that'll be it for us here today at CSTV. My name is Dan Draper, and this is Nicole VonSeggern, and thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.